So this is my Acciaio anvil. I've had this for a long time now and I've never used it. So I figure this would be a good time to give it a try. Acciaio means steel in Italian, so we can maybe assume that this is a cast steel anvil, or maybe just that's the brand name, I'm not sure. I'll temporarily place it in my usual anvil spot. As is my habit, it's not secured down, but I've got a piece of angle iron in the back, so maybe that'll help with it jumping around too much. I find the ring annoying, and so a magnet should help. I seem to remember paying $150 for this, and it weighs 30 kilos. Right off the bat, one feature that I like is that the Pritchel and Hardy holes go straight through the anvil and also through the base. As is, this piece of 3/4 won't go straight through. The anvil probably needs a little bit of dressing, so that's not too unusual, but you can see with this thinner piece what I'm talking about. As it stands, this is how the anvil came to me, with the edges dressed as they are, and I won't do any additional dressing until I've used the anvil a few times. So I'm going to test this anvil out by making a pair of tongs. What could be more suitable for me? I need to recognize Rudolph W. Ziegler. He donated a very generous amount to the channel. His generosity will go a long way and is very much appreciated. Thank you, sir. Also, I just opened a Patreon account, and I'm still figuring all of that out, but it's online, and you can find it on Patreon at GS Tongs. By the way, I'm making this tong for a customer, and it will be for holding 1/2 inch square. So now that I've started to really hammer, right away I can tell the difference between this and my usual anvils. To be very honest, this anvil feels very dead. It has very little rebound at all. I feel like I have to expend more energy when using this anvil. This anvil has a dull ring that hurts my ears, and so I try adding another magnet. I don't know what kind of steel this is, but as I said, I know this is a cast anvil, a cast steel anvil, and I've owned cast steel anvils in the past, and I feel that this one, it just seems to have a different density, if that makes any sensity. And that might be due to inclusions in the casting. I've started messing around with using this old guillotine tool once again. This anvil has a 3/4 inch square hardy, same as my usual anvil, but all my tools fit a little bit sloppy in it, but they're still usable. I use this short piece of steel to heighten the hardy tool that I want to use. Gotta do stuff on the fly sometimes. And this is why I like the pass-through hardy and pritchel holes. I need to make myself a new round punch. I've used this one countless times, and typically once it wears down to a certain point, then I'll turn this one into a drift. So maybe I'll do that for my next video. remember to have the tools you need around you so you don't have to go running around like I just did. This is my previous punch that I now use as a drift. The spacing of the Acciaio anvil is not right for this tool, so for this one operation I use my usual anvil. Another good point of this Acciaio anvil is the long flat surface, especially in relation to its small size. Something I've been meaning to say is that I see all comments, but I've been very slow to reply to anything that's from an old video. But like I said, I see everything, and maybe eventually I'll get around to it, but at some point it does become pretty overwhelming. For new videos, I always try my best to reply to everyone. So anyway, just letting you guys know. My new guillotine tool also fits pretty sloppily, but again, it'll work. I've been really pleased with this shear. I gotta make just one or two more small changes, but as is, it's working really well. When I'm forming a rivet, the reason my initial blows are pushing away from me in that manner is because I have a tendency to pull towards myself in the first couple of blows, so I have to counteract that. This tong came out fine. The Acciaio anvil has most of what folks want in an anvil: the holes, horns, and surfaces. A decent blacksmith can make do with whatever he has, but if this was an anvil that you were to use on a daily basis, more than just as a hobby, then I think that you might be disappointed, and like I said earlier, you would expend a lot more energy because of the poor rebound. I've taken all the magnets off of these anvils, and so you can hear the different rings. I myself don't put a lot of stock in ring. There are a lot of factors that determine the ring of an anvil, but you can definitely hear a difference between my machined anvils, this petting house, and the Acciaio. The pitch or tone of the Acciaio seems much lower, and maybe this is due to the density as I mentioned earlier. Catch you guys next time.